Good morning and happy Monday. It's time for another Mindful Play Monday Live, and we are continuing with our gratitude and kindness theme for the month of November. We're also going to be focusing on preparing for Thanksgiving next week and setting up a cute little activity that's going to help with our self-regulation, breathing, mindfulness, and adding a little fun as well. So this is going to be our last live Mindful Play Monday. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Because next week we will be traveling, getting ready for Thanksgiving. So I wanted to leave you with a fun little activity that you could set up for your kiddos as you're preparing your big meal, and also to help remind them to take a deep breath. So for today, we're calling this turkey breaths, and you only need a few simple ingredients or things for this activity. The first is going to be a paper plate, and I grabbed some cute turkey plates from Target. It doesn't have to be a turkey plate. It could be any plate is fine. You'll also need some feathers, and we've had these same feathers. We just grabbed a bag from Dollar Tree several years ago, and we just keep reusing them for all sorts of activities. So some feathers. If you don't have feathers or don't have time to grab some, you can also use pom-poms. You're going to want something that's easy, lightweight, because you're going to practice breathing with them, and also in different colors. And then you'll also need a straw, and your straws ideally should match some of the colors of your feathers. If not, that's okay. You just want to have a straw for each person that's going to be playing the game. So each person needs to have their own straw. And what we're going to do is practice our breathing, and this is going to be a good visual reminder for us to help track and focus on our breath. Good morning, thanks for joining us. So for today's activity, we're saying, gobble, gobble, don't you fret, take a deep breath, it's time to reset. So the first thing you're going to do is take your paper plate and stack it up with some of those feathers, and we're calling these turkey feathers. You can see our little turkey feathers there. And it's nice to have a variety of colors, especially if you're playing with more than one person, so that each person can kind of focus on their own color of feather. And for our little ones, we're going to start with less feathers. So just a few feathers on the plate like so. And I'm going to angle you down here and show gobble, gobble, don't you fret. Take a deep breath. It's time to reset. So if I have the purple straw here, if you have straws that color coordinate with your feathers, whoop, they're kind of blowing everywhere, you're going to tell that person or that child that they're going to focus on the purple feathers. So everybody's got their plate with their feathers on it, and your job is to focus on your breathing and try to blow the purple feathers, or whatever color you're working with, off of the plate. So you're going to take a deep breath. Gobble, gobble, don't you fret. Take a deep breath, time to reset. We're going to focus on our breathing and try to get those purple feathers off of our turkey plate. Ooh, so you can see it doesn't take a lot of force, which is why the feathers are a nice tool to use. If you don't have feathers, you could also use pom-poms. And you can hear, you're going to have them focus on hearing, breathing, and also seeing those feathers. So the goal is you're going to be working on your breath, seeing your breathing go in and out. And if you have multiple players or multiple kiddos, each person can try to focus on matching their straw and try to get that particular color off. So since I've got the purple straw, I'm going to focus on trying to blow all the purple feathers off. And you can experiment with how the changing of your breath is also going to change the speed with which you blow those feathers off. So if you take a nice big strong breath, you can see that you can get a lot more feathers off. Nice gentle breaths, you need to do a little more work. So another way you can do this, especially if you have older kids, you can stack more feathers up on top there and see who can get their feathers off of the plate the fastest, or the slowest, who can keep most of their feathers on the plate without blowing all of them off. Try to blow just one at a time. That one was kind of sticking, wasn't it? So the goal of this is going to help us visualize our breathing. And then of course you have the fun little chant you can say with it. Gobble, gobble, don't you fret. take a deep breath, time to reset, especially as we gear up for Thanksgiving next week, going into some new situations, maybe seeing family members we haven't seen in a long time, or maybe meeting some new family members. So another important tip as you're preparing for the big feast next week is to prep your little ones, especially your youngest ones. So kind of run through what the day is going to look like, whether you're hosting, whether you're visiting family, to enjoy that special meal. Talk about the different foods that they might see. Practice eating some of those foods if you can and exploring them with their taste, their colors, their textures. If they're seeing family members they haven't seen for a long time, get out your phone, flip back and look at some pictures, review all of those new or unfamiliar faces with your little ones so that they can be comfortable and prepared for that as well. So a quick and easy game for you today. Again, all we needed were some straws, some feathers, and a paper plate to help us balance and focus on our breathing. Have a great rest of your week. Good luck next week with Thanksgiving. We will be back in December with another Mindful Play Monday Live after the holidays, gearing up for Christmas and all things winter, mindfulness, and play. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you back in December. Take care.